everywhere. Yeah, I'm preparing for my future life. Cause my mama say living right, living right. So just in case I living this one right. SPI the rider was blinded by the street grinding. Never mind the homework. Never had a double up. I hustled up my own work. And to this day, I've been getting it with no help. There's no better feeling than depending on your own self. Money talk, you better listen when that paper speak. Mistake the streets for sweet. White sheets, they play for keeps. A father first, ex-felon trying to feed his seeds. I'm compensated for the fact I chose to keep it G. Stuck to the script all the while watching wings win. I'm a child of God, but every day I seem to sin. Your reputation be the reason that they shoot you down. Judging from my past, but I'm living in the future now. Dollars addictive, gotta have my daily dose. Multiple hustles, I focus on what pay me most. Fear no man, he breathes like me, he can bleed. But we can leave that beef behind and breathe some peace, I believe. I'm just preparing for my future life. Cause my mama say living right. So just in case I ain't living this one right, I'll be riding with no ceilings like, yeah. Cause I'll be out to get it, so I can see me with it. I ain't worried about you, I'm just minding up the business. I get it how I live it, so I live it how I get it. No awards, no mention on the leaderboards. But take me to war, I promise you gon' need the Lord. Worldwide traveler, Los Angeles to Singapore. Sure, I can show her things she never seen before. Bump the horn and knock down the walls of Jericho. We pay them no mind, the laws call us terrible. Delilah had Samson, Eve made Adam fall. I ended up with none, y'all, trying to have them all. I go and get it, ain't with it, trying to wait it out. I laid it out, contemplated it, and weighed it out. Touched a million in my trap before I played it out. Faded out before they came and raided. Yep, I made it out. Tell them follow my footsteps, already laid the route. Nothing fake about me, no faith, who would hate it doubt? Play me close, I'm supposed to pop that derriere. Promote the peace, but I take my pistol anywhere. I'm just preparing for my future life. Cause my mama say living right. So just in case I ain't living this one right, I'll be riding with no ceilings like, yeah. Cause I'll be out to get it, so I can see me with it. I ain't worried about you, nigga. I'm just minding up the business. I get it how I live it, y'all so I live it how I get it. Y'all seen it, seem like Satan threw everything he had at me. Still standing, ain't understanding how y'all could be mad at me. Patience, push-ups, prayer on a healthy kick. Take the perfect picture, me rolling, no selfie stick. Basically, Baymacking. Bonafide businessman, religion don't define him better than his decisions can. Chronicle profit ain't worth half the price. Purchase, paid for after death, it's the afterlife. My future. I'm just preparing for my future life. Cause my mama say living right. So just in case I ain't living this one right, I'll be riding with no ceilings like, yeah. Cause I'll be out to get it, so I can see me with it. I ain't worried about you, nigga. I'm just minding up the business. I get it how I live it. Yes, sir. I think I love you. I know I love you. I'm glad I found you. I think I love you. I'm glad I found you, baby. I think I love you. I think I love you. I need some peace of mind. She frees my brain, hold the smoke till I choke and it frees my brain. With the green, I maintain my cheese exchange. I stir these trees like keys and cane. Moon rockin' bubble be the bomb. Oh, G's insane. Can't be friends for them seamless strings. Feeling like this can't be love, but then it must be. Been high as fuck every time the police bust me. Every time I walked in the court in church house. Blow 7 grams right before I work out. My blood heads know just what I'm talking about. Kool-Aid and Calypso, trying to kill the cotton mouth. Louis off the Louis, I'll be carried away in LA. I'll be on that Mary J. every day. I think I love you. I think I love you. I'm glad I found you. I think I love you. I'm glad I found you, baby. I think I love you. I think I love you. I'm glad I found you. chasing a dream, doing my thing, sipping this heat, smoking this green, trying to come up, stacking the buck, hoping and wishing, a little bit of luck, raising myself, no food on the shelf, trying to survive, without no help, where I reside, the cards is dealt, gotta be a shark, not no smell, every minute of my life, every day that pass, in the middle of the night, Lucifer harass, cause I'm living fast, trying to have my cash, expired tags, pushing back, reading the Bible, the King James Version, trying to recite them, because I'm urban, thumpered up, 30 slugs, some people hate me, some people show me love, Technical difficulties. My computer just wouldn't come on this morning. I was troubleshooting. Made up my mind, gotta replace it. And I went to the second fade and went to the StreamYard off the phone, right? And right before we got cracking, I figured out the simple thing I needed to do to get the computer done. But it was too late. I had already set it up this way. So we rocking and rolling this way. Can y'all hear me? I got some different sound situation today. Y'all can't see that black thing clipped on me. Testing this product. Can y'all hear me okay? Can y'all hear me well? Was it coming through clear or is it shitty as hell? Somebody do tell. My name is Norvell. That's in the middle of my first and my last. I got class. Even though I'm Easty. BS say I'm straight. Megan Davis say I'm straight. Cuz, what's up with Gunna, cuz? It's crazy. They say the best predictor of future behavior is past behavior in relative situations. And I don't know much about the cat. I just can recall right here in the BLACBOX, his name came up some years back. His cousin was allegedly, supposedly, apparently, I think we even saw him on an episode of Crime Stoppers 48, First 48 or something, telling on somebody. Oh my mama, he was sitting on like a porch with a reporter, and somehow he was being under allegations of telling. Show you how goofy the YouTube world is, cuz. They say the volume low. Some say I'm straight, some say the volume low. I don't know what to do to fix it from here, so I just hope y'all can adjust y'all ear. I'm gonna try to go loud though. Hey, it's crazy that the only on YouTube when you find bloggers need to be shamed, and a lot of people in the motherfucking comedy need to be shamed by questioning that this nigga tell. You don't even have to be familiar with the federal system or the law to even be aware of what they call it a proffer for all the more technical words that don't matter. On my mama, everybody know off top, cause just if you were vaguely aware with the situation from general square, corny, suburban, non-black perspective from what the headlines have said, everybody know that the main thing that's in question is whether or not this whole YSL thing is a label versus a gang or a gang and a label, and that's the main issue that's at hand. Everybody know that. Oh my mama, that is not even up for question. Now, you got a cat that was named as a defendant in the RICO Act, being the first to be released, high profile. And they made sure to make it clear for the whole public that before he was able to take this plea, that he stated and made clear to everybody that could hear under the sound of his voice that had partial working of their ear that YSL is not just a label, but it's also a gang. He had to denounce association with it. He had to state that he desired to see it fall and fail. He also had to state that he is from aware and has seen them, witnessed them commit crimes. And y'all saying that ain't telling, cuz they saying the volume tripping. Oh my mama, was it going in and out? I sound far away, huh? Volume real low. Let's see. Oh, I know what's happening. That motherfucker falling down. Let me do it like this so you fix it, get it right. How about now? Is that better? Neighborhood to the neighborhood. Cowboy. He's the deal, Foolie. But yeah, so cuz sat up there in court and gave, this is why, okay, tell me this. In the internet comments, they gonna still say they need paperwork. Is that a clearer sound? If I'm clearer, let me know. Dino Brown, if you don't go somewhere. Oh, mama. I ain't never watched the OnlyFans in my life. About mama, but I have heard about what y'all seen recently. It's a little better, Stigma. Man, y'all got me on some bullshit now. When I ran my test this morning, that thing was ace one, crispy, clear. But like I told y'all, I went through that technical difficulties. That's how we got here. Nate Nitty said sturdy to me. He got on the AirPods. I'm good on hood, on fatherhood, on my mama. Well, anyway, if y'all need to see an exhibition or a demonstration of what telling is, without paperwork, although that will end up on paperwork, nobody has the paperwork right now. So be full aware. This is what we once had available for T.I. Tippy the Tipster. The crispy, clear footage we just had a Gunna telling. I mean, you can tell by doing less than what he did, but he told. He cooperated with the prosecution in an ongoing case against active defendants. He even stated that he got incarcerated at one point in time alongside Young Thug. And the things that were considered contraband that was found, the boy said them wasn't, they was, he said they wasn't his, they was Thugger's. That's what he told the people. What more do you need to hear somebody say to say that they told? Now here is, let's see how hip hop react. I know one place he can definitely go find a home. Wacko No Honey. The last high profile hip hop person we saw comfortable enough to cooperate with the authorities while being recorded, and there's no way around it to hide, was Takuchi, and he found the home with none other than Wacko No Honey. So you know Wack is probably looking for the opportunity to build his roster with this one, because this fits the profile definitely. We seen Mr. Ray Pride hollering and screaming and complaining about how the Kardashian flip-flapped and foof-bands with him. That's borderline. We know Blueface told on Tester from San Fernando. We know Ho No Honey, Cash, and Kim Jones, his wife, showed up, and their name is on the paperwork too, implicating Tester as a felon on my mama. And it just sounds like it fits around the whole spirit of the scenario over there. So Gunna, you better holler at Ho No Honey, man. I know they got a spot for you over there, but yeah, cuz it's all bad. All bad, no other way around it. But we just think about this. This one, you know, on totally different but same subject, kind of like situations in general. I saw some headlines that alluded to the fact that Boosie kind of backed himself into the wall, going big on the Terrence Gangster Williams cat, and saying he can't vouch for him telling on the dead, and he put his name and his reputation on that. And then his buddy, his partner, T.I. Tipster, who he saw do the Tipster commercials, he saw get the suspect deal from the feds with all the guns and all the silencers, who he saw like me, because Boosie was, he might have been in jail, but Boosie know T.I. got on that stand against Hosea Thomas in Ohio too. But he was rocking with him. Just was putting all his like reputation on the line to stand next to this nigga on some goofy buffoonery with T.I. against the Charleston White nigga. He was putting it like that was the corniest shit I ever seen. This nigga T.I. did a whole full production video. That shit was corny. But anyway, Pop calling the kettle black, talking about you a 911 kind of nigga when you the whole Crime Stopper tips type nigga. But anyway, the Boosie went that forward tip, and now I don't know how true it is. I just be seeing headlines, but it appears he made it like clear he ain't fucking with Tip no more because he told on the dead. It took him to say some shit that he told on the dead right after Boosie, I guess, passed judgment on. Oh, look, that's a double down. I know he been having back and forth with Keefe D, so he must have shitted on Keefe D, because I remember Keefe D was responding to whatever Boosie said about Cuz. So then he passed judgment on the Terrence Gangster Williams cat. Now when T.I. put himself in that category, I guess he ain't got no other choice but to shit on T.I. However, T.I. been bad, Boosie, you know that. Do y'all think that Boosie really gonna separate himself from T.I.? Or is anybody aware of any public announcement Boosie really made on that subject, or is them headlines be clickbait? I'd be so uninterested on a lot of these subjects, ins and outs, a lot of times, and I tolerate them for different reasons, and I discuss them, you know, so we'll have something that we can relate to, and this is what be submitted to me a lot of times. So I don't know. I swear to God, on a lot of these interactions, I get an idea what's going on just from scrolling, scanning, looking through headlines. It take a whole lot to make me click on my mama to a video. That's crazy. That's crazy. T.I. tip. But here we have it again. Gunna. They keep crying about the sound. Bro, we already know the sound ain't 100. Do you realize you the only person in here spamming the chat about it? So do you think that it's you the only one hearing it not so right and everybody's ignoring it? Or what you think the situation is? Do you think I really need you to keep flooding that? If you're the only person feel motivated to keep flooding it, obviously it's something you're missing. I'm fully aware of what you hear. I cannot apologize personally to you. I already made the apology. Oh, Bible. Oh, there you go. There goes some more. Y'all gonna make me shut this shit down. Cause I don't know how to affect the volume anymore from this point from now. Oh God. That's all the way off. That's all the way up. What you want me to do? I can hear straight enough. Dirt Freeze. All right, I ain't gonna let them throw me off. For y'all in the chat that under, over, and understand that Gunna told, y'all let it be known. If you know he told, put a rat in the chat. If you know he told, put a rat in the chat. If you think he told, put a rat in the chat. If I'm talking for no reason and nobody can hear me, Kai, I got a suggestion for you. Maybe you should go somewhere where you can hear. Because I have a reason to be speaking, and everybody doesn't seem to agree with you that I'm speaking for no reason. Y'all crazy how y'all approach cats sometimes. Okay, we see a lot of rats. Everybody know. It ain't no secret. So where is he gonna go? Is hip hop gonna tuck him away and have a nice spot for him? He's still gonna have a following. Is he gonna be bigger, smaller? Is Ho No Honey gonna get the call? What y'all think? Oh, blah. Yeah, it's plenty rats. We got gray rats, white rats. That nigga toes. Respect from the big NYC. Respect back to the big NYC. On me, on my mama. I don't know why. I swear to God, when I ran the test, my thing was it was popping. It was clear. You know I wouldn't just jump in front of y'all without running no tests. And the computer still ain't. It's on some bullshit. If you knew how long it's been on the charger, and it still got that bullshit little where you can see the battery just starting, something wrong with this motherfucker. Every time it come on, zing, and you see that little white line go through, you see the apple. As soon as it gets to the end, the screen glow a little bit, and it shut off. So I'm gonna have to get that checked out. Queen Kinte. No, I cannot turn up the sound. I don't have any idea or clue why the sound is even sounding so challenged. I thought we was doing better than we are in the sound department, apparently. But apparently we aren't, so I beg that you bear with me. I ain't gonna even make this no long full session just because it seems to be some irritation. SPI, what you think about to happen to Young Thug today in court? Young Thug go to court today? Well, it's hard for me to predict that because, you know, when you go to court, you go to different type of hearings, arraignment, preliminary, or you might have a motion filed. I don't know why he's appearing in court. So I don't know what's going to happen to him in court. You know, it's hard to project. Overall, I believe that Gunna, if Young Thug ends up going to trial, I believe what Gunna has done at this point is going to cause him to be able to, he's going to be called as a witness. Yeah, I think he set himself up for being a witness on my mama. And that's going to be hard to deny. They going to want to hear some of them details. And just think, what they had him admit in court at that time to get out is not the extent of what he shared. He has more information, I would assume. He in court right now with what is the name? You know, you're in court, but you could be in court for traffic tickets. You could be in court for child support. He is charged with the RICO Act. He is not going to trial. So is this a preliminary hearing, an arraignment? Is it a bail reduction? I don't know what he's in court for, so how I'm going to guess what's going to happen in court. Do you understand? Understand? I don't know why he in court. Ain't no way for me to even, but I can tell you, if you asking me that based on what Gunna did, I can tell you that that's not going to be good for him in court in the long run. That is evidence against him. Everything that Gunna said is evidence against him. So that's what I can tell you on my mama. It's crazy because I wasn't even really planning on speaking on that. If you look at the title, I was gonna start off with the Shannon Sharp and Skip Bayless saga. That was more interesting to me, and then I came across that. It was the first thing on my mind, so I just spoke on it. But I think it's real comical that Shannon Sharp not only came out his character and displayed such an immature reaction to what another grown man said about him playing a game. I also find it odd that there's so many supposedly articulate, smart, sturdy men on the internet saying that, oh, Shannon Sharp was disrespected and Skip this, did that, and he does this and all that. Bro, you've already been blessed blessed and fortunate to not have to grow up in the sense of the average man. Meaning, typically, I know there's exception to the rule, but the way the world was set up for the longest in America, all boys play football at some point in their life. It is a child's game, to say the least. Not that it began with children, but it is something that all boys play, the majority of boys. When it comes to professional sports, there are far less professional athletes when it comes to football and all athletes than there are kids that play growing up. So it's something that everybody participates in. It's a childhood game. A child can learn all the rules from single digit age, and the rules don't change pretty much up until adulthood. They play on the same amount of space. 100 yards, I think about 50 to 70 yards, 60 yards wide. I'm not sure. Don't 30, maybe be 30, maybe 60. I don't know. I can't call it wide width. But it's the same space that the kids play on. And when the average American or human being gets beyond the age of adolescence, they have to let it go a lot of their childhood passions as their primary activity that they are involved in. On my mama, it's like you are just able to live the opportunity to where not only your livelihood can come from just being able to stay participating in the activity you've been enjoying with no consequence, just for fun, pleasure as a boy, and just development character-wise, physical-wise. Now you can take that not only into your livelihood, but into a livelihood to where you have acquired the monetary status that almost anyone of our normal condition would trade for. You are on the opposite side. You up there. You super up. You famous. You on TV. All from playing a child's game, a game that children play. These dudes sit up here with suits and talk so sophisticated. Y'all forget all they talking about is a fucking game. So much money involved. They talk about a game. And here it is. With all the times that Shannon Sharp tried to stand on something that mattered and represent on subjects that are as important as reparations and other things, and he uses his vocal tones and his presence of being formidable to make points that matter, to put stamps on issues. Just like when the most recent one we can recall is when Will Smith slapped Chris Rock, and how he told his story about what would happen if it was he had to go through that. We see how he challenges his speech impediment, and he still gets that point out, and we believe what he said. He's a big old massive man, right? And I just find disappointment in seeing him on the internet talking about, so Skip, you gonna take a personal shot at me? Cause you gonna call him better? Cause that is as ridiculous as these other people complaining about a link that someone shared. Now calling someone better, was it the fact that he said he's better than you that is so disrespectful, or was it his tone of voice? Might be a lesson to us all as to why tone matters so much. Because all he did was say he's better than you. If you survey the vast majority of Americans, and now we'll take it beyond that, worldwide, because the NFL has worldwide exposure. If you did a simple vote, who's better, Shannon Sharp or Tom Brady? How many votes do you think Shannon Sharp can rack up against Tom Brady in anybody's assessment? I don't understand what was so offensive. And you are privy to know he has an attachment, an emotional involvement, an investment into the greatness that he believes Tom Brady to possess. So many others do. And you allow yourself to play yourself on national TV by challenging him. I don't give a what the issue was about, bro. You were supposed to be laughing by the time you found yourself talking about. And it's crazy that since I already developed this perspective, just scrolling, I stumbled across an example of the boy Richard Sherman having an interview with the same dude.
And the same dude, Skip Bayless, was trying to tell who named Richard Sherman, like they were talking about another player, and he suggested that or asked Richard Sherman was you better than this other player, or he suggested the player was better than him, and without blinking an eye, without fluctuating his voice, he didn't smile, he didn't frown, just as stern and as serious and unapologetic. He said, he told him, "I'm better than you." And that's, I mean, for the you don't have to quote Richard Sherman, Shannon, but for the most part, that's all you have to say. You already won. You wanted to hollering, "Oh, I'm in the Hall of Fame." Oh, you act like I'm a bum. You sound like Kanye saying I'm a billionaire. And as soon as he felt it his business to keep saying he's a billionaire, they don't want to give him. Guess what? They wiped out his billionaire status. And guess what else? How many other billionaires do you see running around hollering, "I'm a billionaire, I'm a billionaire"? Anytime you have to holler and scream your accolades, not always this is a fact, but there is typically, usually an indication that they might not be as deserving as it appears. Or the person that has to holler it out might not believe or feel like they deserve it as much. I don't understand how so much emotion gets invoked because somebody said who the world in whole typically agrees is the GOAT is stated that he's better than you. Wow, that's a personal attack. The man passionately expressed that he feels like you're jealous because Tom Brady is playing at an elite level a decade past the age that you retired, and you got all in your feelings, man, over a child game. You need to apply that passion elsewhere, man. How you gonna speak up on behalf of our ancestors, our movement, our people, and with all your strength and position and power, and get so emotionally triggered by someone who apparently, obviously, no question, is not one of us? So you can typically assume that he is of a lot of bias toward the ones that are more like him. Without him being disrespectful overtly, what more can you ask? Do you realize? I don't care if it's boxing, MMA. I don't have to know any of the names of anybody involved. If I'm scrolling through on some boring shit and I'm looking for something to watch, and I find a match where two opponents are going one against the other, without me thinking, blinking, I go for the darker skinned opponent associated with race. If it's two blacks, I typically lose interest and skip it. But if it's a black versus a Mexican or a Cuban or anything like that that really associates with a different culture, a black versus a white, or anything, a rush, all that, I automatically am rooting for the person that looks like me. And I think that's something that's built into our nature. I don't hate the other person, but I just want to see my person win. If I'm scrolling through social media and I'm seeing fight clips, and I see a fight clip where I can read the title and see it says when so and so knocked out so and so, and it's a non-black knocking out a black, I don't even watch that shit, cuz. Oh my mama. So I don't over understand that, especially just think about you dealing with a sport that they created. They took public. They own. They're all the owners. Stay shit. At one point, it was 100% compiled of just them as far as the players. Now, look at if you go by the percentage of the players in the NFL, look how many spots they occupy now versus what they once occupied. The same way we look, the same way we feel proud when we see a black quarterback, and every time we hear the first black everything, I know in that sense publicly we have like a buffer because of the oppression we suffered, and we can be a little more overtly expressive of the pride in our culture than they are allowed to. However, don't ever forget, even when they don't hate you, they love them like we love us. You know, with all the bullshit on top of that at times too. But even without that, they have the right to appreciate them like we appreciate us just innately, right? So, when this is an institution they created, they established for them, we wiggled, struggled, banged, bullied our way up in there on the whole, like, you know, segregation type thing. Then not only that, they gonna do some tokenism, open up a few spots for us here and there. Now look, we are the dominant majority. Is there any fucking thought in your mind that someone at the age of a Skip Bayless is not going to be affectionately attached to someone as excellent and efficient in the game as Tom Brady? It makes absolutely no sense for you to think that as much as we love Mike Vick, as much as we love Warren Moon, as much as we love Randy Moss, as much as we love Jerry Rice, Lamar Jackson, you don't think they love Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, John Elway? Come on, man, you gotta give him that. And even amongst all of us, bro, Shannon Sharp, as much as we love you when we get an opportunity to think about what you did, you know damn well your name ain't on the top of the list of the motherfuckers that we go to when we just name off who I just started naming. When we go to the Barry Sanders, the Emmitt Smith, when we really think about what you did, you gotta be like, oh yeah, Shannon Sharp was the shit. But it's not like you on the top of the tip of the tongue. So for you to get offended and all fucked up because he said Tom Brady is better than you, it shows, it's evidence that you thought y'all was way more friends than you are. You know, he remind me in Django. When no, not Django, The Birth of a Nation. When Nat Turner at one point hit, well, I got it confused with Django because in Django and in Birth of a Nation, it was kind of like insinuated that both of their masters, they slave owners, was more friendly to them than the average slave owner was in general. And they had like a bond that wasn't common amongst slave owner and slave. But it got to a point in The Birth of a Nation where that shit was challenged. And it was when a visitor had wanted access to one of the brother's wives, just on a drunken night. He wanted him some chocolate. And the movie has showed you up until this point how precious and spiritual and intimate the relationship was between this married couple, slaves. And then this white man just wanted to, you know, have his way with this woman, and the slave owner that was supposed to be so cool, he had the opportunity because Nat Turner came to him like, oh, hold up, I got this, don't worry about it. Like, he just gonna go speak to the cool slave owner, and it's gonna be handled. And Nat Turner got the brutal awakening that surprised him that, hey, the slave owner don't give a about you, how you feel, the marriage institution when it come to y'all, none of that. And that's what it seemed like, Shannon. All that y'all had went through that made you think somehow you was next to one that viewed you different than the ones that we keep our eye out for view us all. You get a rude awakening that, bro, you in particular are a physical specimen of all to them. You are just slightly different than a gorilla or a ape sitting next to him executing what you do so eloquently on that show. You are not an equal in his mind, never have been. He is in awe of your physical prowess. Always believed he was somewhere intellectually above you. And no matter how smooth he bounced back and off what you offered intellectually, he always maintained mentally an advantage according to himself, and emotionally because you challenged what he really thought and felt. He doubled down and stood on everything he said, and he didn't say anything disrespectful. And you broke down and gave him the victory by showing that you were emotionally crushed because he said that what black, white, everybody agrees the greatest of all time is better than you. What the is that? You know what I'm gonna do? Let me try this. Let me see if this make it better sound. How about now? Is that clearer? No, I'm near it. Hold up. Is that better? Did that make the sound better, or should I turn it back how it was? Is that better or worse? Somebody let me know, because I can go right to how it was before. Is it higher or is it still low? I'm just trying to stay on the go. Is that better, wetter? Come on, y'all. Y'all slow reacting. So should I change it back or just keep it? It's still low, or is it better though? It's better. Stay like this or go back. We're gonna shut this session down a little early, cause no, I'm not gonna get closer to the mic. That's what this was all about. But y'all say this wasn't hitting right. So I'll figure it out before I get down again. I'm going through some whole new around here anyway. Is it? I can't. What I'm doing is I can't just flip the camera and show y'all. But if I could, I would. But I can't. So hey, oh my mama. Somebody talking about what are we doing? Looking at me on OnlyFans. Nigga, I ain't never looked at no man, woman, or nobody on OnlyFans. On my mama. The only female I personally know for sure is on OnlyFans. Send me her shit, right? That shit said $35 a month. I told her, cuz, look, send me some of this shit direct and I'll do some promo with you to help you promote. She act like she didn't get that text back. I wish I would click on the OnlyFans. Oh, my mama. But your boy Izzy, Dizzy really on there getting busy with his squizzy. That's squishy, squashy. Ooh, spike the coffee. Somebody tell that news to just back up off me. Cause have you heard what was actually supposedly have taken place? Cause that's crazy, bro. Lil Fizz. You know what? I have a hard time even attempting to articulate what is reported that Cuz did. Okay, I'm glad Shaniqua Town Business stopped me in my tracks. Cause she's saying, at least he's saying, it was not him. So I'm off his head. I'm glad you stopped me because I heard about it reported from so many different outlets, so many different people, so much, so rapidly. I didn't even leave room for the possibility that it wasn't him. I even saw his baby mama react to it. So, now it's he say, she say, ain't nothing confirmed. So I ain't gonna act like he filed as a germ. I'm gonna give him a pass saying he showed his but if it have to come to pass that he really did that, we gonna have to tell him how not. Y'all go look up what they say Lil Fizz was doing on OnlyFans, man. Oh my mama. You know what it remind me of? It remind me of Hold On Honey. Don't get caught with the drawers down. It seemed like Cuz didn't get caught with his drawers down according to the reports. It seemed like he purposely exposed himself with his drawers down. And not only with his drawers down, offering up his male Bonani, his Badusi, his Bussy, offered up that for photograph and exposure to male people who requested on OnlyFans. Kind of like how Mika say, Hold No Honey allowed her to violate and penetrate the prostate. They say that your boy Fizz opened up that cavity to show all his fans, but in reality, they saying he claimed he ain't the man. So I'm gonna just say, please keep your pants on and don't do none of these goofy ass dance song moves. Shit ain't cool. I don't care who you is. Me, him, or you. Or my mama. That's crazy to me. They say, nah, they say, Key knocked the eating open like Lil Key and them on their Eating album cover in the first T9 album, and just with no nothing on, and just showed the little brown, the pink eye, whatever. They just like, and then they say he like popped it eating open, and they trying to make it seem like Cuz struggling so B-Nad about the situation that he on there. But just know this: any nigga on OnlyFans doing anything, you are doing it to a large percentage of a male audience. Oh my mama. That's why Hold No Honey might as well go ahead and get his cash. All he gotta do is open up an OnlyFans and just keep that one little video up there. That's a little bag for you, whack. Don't say I ain't never blessed you with no game. It's already exposed. All you gotta do is open the OnlyFans with that video, couple more photos similar to that. Whoop, your bag gon' boom. Oh my mama. You selling diapers, you already dealing with Dookie, dude. You might as well get you some doo-doo, though. Everybody know, every time you on Clubhouse since then, and somebody argue with you and say, man, you was laying on your belly with your ass up. First thing in your mouth, out your mouth is, yeah, I'm on my belly now. Yeah, so since you steady pushing and standing behind that, don't run away from the bag. OnlyFans is waiting on you. You on Clubhouse all day. I ain't hating on you. I'm just saying, if you're gonna spend your time doing that whole shit, you might as well make a dime doing shit. Dog, blah. Keep it in Google. Don't that make sense? No facts over feelings. Oh my mama. You might as well. No Hanes, Calvin Klein's, Fruit of the Loom, Mushroom Moon, tooted up in the room, waiting to be manipulated, mounted in mall. Madam Mika said, strip down to your drawers on the set. Must not have heard her correctly, cause Cuz bit the piddle land, literally naked, biggest mouth, bad girls clubhouse, belly down, booty up, Paru, buns out. Lucky she wasn't with the creep and the duct tape, freaky ass fetish film, one man, fuck tape, wide tap nigga, type to tip the laws off, nasty on the camera with your motherfucking drawers off. That's what I wanted to say when I said wiretap nigga, known to tip the laws off. I'm gonna say wiretap nigga, type the tip. Wiretap nigga, type the tip. That's the details I be on. But I said known to Russian, and then I didn't go back and fix it. But I'm supposed to say wiretap nigga, type the tip the laws off. Nasty on the camera with your muff draws off. Shout out to the whole Google gang that jumped on the record. Do Rock Creek, Noonie Green, the homie Time Bomb, the homie DOE, the homie Doughboy, and the homie who else I'm forgetting on there? Nate Nitty. Oh my mama, they killed that. I ain't got none of that loaded up. This ain't no real healthy session. I ain't gonna hold it up. I gotta get my computer fixed. I'll find another way to keep us in the mix. I wanna come like this, but y'all don't see I can't run my OBS, and that's perfect for me to do the videos and all the ins and outs. It's something I'ma have to think about. I've been trying to combine it with StreamYard, but every time I do, it really seems hard. And I be doing it by myself and reach out to a few of my partners for help, but ain't nobody came through to show me how to do Odium Slim included too. And I ain't gonna even name the rest of the crew, but I put that on everything all blue. I'm gonna figure it out. Not a nigga with doubt. I'm kind of ambitious, and all of my missions seem to be completed. Never get deleted. If it's food for me that I need, I'ma eat it. I'm just bullshitting though. There ain't no real bars though. Let me see. Maybe let me play something for y'all that y'all might not heard. Just feet knucking and reading now. Cause I got something that let me see. iTunes can't what? Oh, this the old computer right here. I probably could have. This ain't finished. This is some shit that I got like in my Pro Tools that I worked on a long time ago. I ain't had my own personal recording situation in a long time. And then I had got active quite a few times in repetition recently, right? And this is what I hate, that I forgot I hate. Being at the studio, on the clock, paid time, and you got a certain amount of time to get it right, and you dealing with somebody else's patience and developing the chemistry and and now the sound might not be dialed in the way. I got a real specific spoiled sound I like as I'm recording, and then when you got somebody trying to describe it to an engineer, and he doing all the different adjustments he could do, and then he tweaking it, it's kind of like, and then you getting tired of being so, and you know you on the clock, so you finally, all right, let's go like that. And now I know me as an artist personally, I know when it don't sound right to me while I'm doing it, when I end up doing it, what it causes me to do, over project, overcompensate, whatever it is, I don't like my performance on the playback. Even if the people around me don't really catch it, that I was doing something I didn't like to do, it was something I can tell. And so I just recently said, I just had to get me my own studio again so I can start recording myself. And that caused me to open up my old computer that got the Pro Tools on it. So this is just a record that's been, this is just pre-production. I'm gonna just play this with y'all because y'all fuck with me, I fuck with y'all, and this ain't no real shit. This called Complications. This bars, syllables. Check SPI out. Even if it's in moderation, kind of miss your conversation. Could be a copulation, probably a combination. The city of condensation, sensual constipation. Come up at a congregation, couldn't calculate their contemplation. You was contemplation, in case this is some kind of constellation. Compile my compilations, came up against some complications. Closure and confirmation, complete without condemnation. Procured accommodations from the contestation to the constellations. Make some observations, obligations to my occupations. Conquering confrontation, but I'm constant chasing, take concentration. Proclamation to the convocation, collection and conservation. Willingly a confiscation, I'm coming for my conversation. It ain't mixing none, but that's the pocket I get in when I'm recording myself. Ain't nobody else around. I ain't rushed. I ain't trying to like keep up on nobody else's energy, time, schedule. I drop in that pocket. Listen to it with a nigga ain't just ball. It ain't just big words. Nigga saying something. The whole verse makes sense into the same subject. Even if it's in moderation, kind of miss your conversation. Could be a copulation, probably a combination. The city of condensation, sensual constipation. Come up at a congregation, couldn't calculate their contemplation. You was contemplation, in case this is some kind of constellation. Compile my compilations, came up against some complications. Closure and confirmation, complete without condemnation. Procured accommodations from the contestation to the constellations. Make some observations, obligations to my occupations. Conquering confrontation, but I'm constant chasing, take concentration. Proclamation to the convocation, collection and conservation. Willingly a confiscation, I'm coming for my conversation. I give in, predictions, fly prescriptions. But honestly, obviously, I'm a live addition. Approach with a proposition, coach through the competition. Us over opposition, just so she know my position. Should've stopped and listened. Last time I went on a proper mission, infant ended up in critical condition, depending on the top physician. By admission, no, I'm risking sounding like a contradiction. Black on black is whack facts. But get back, that's my prediction. Get money, that's my religion. Need more than a modest living. Down to die for my decisions and division in and out of prison. Consequences of the job description. Perfection, that's my addiction. Optimizing optimism with a comprehension of a composition. Give a fuck what he squad benching. Common sense to them, not to mention the constant dissing. Not just flinching. Top precision flow and top condition. Finally got me a pot to piss in. Took that, never got permission. Hip hop is my rendition. Let the grace judge my submission. Then again.
Keep it going. Unreleased. Unmixed. It's just some shit I got in the cut. I ain't heard in a long time. Bars. FBI. BLACBOX Productions. It's called To My Demise. Oh, my mama doing that.
Ooh, first play.
After careful contemplation, it's kinda crazy cuz the blood say the low got a crazy buzz. Young wild and reckless, that's the way we was. Chasing dirty dollars on the daily does. Used to let that thing bang for the cheddar on the gang. Gotta make my life change for the better. I done seen friends change with the weather. That range and the Pan American with the leather. Got it, yep, had to get it together. Only time I could depend on a nigga is never. I admit it, I'm with it, whatever. Cause my future generations benefiting forever. I analyze the evil through eagle's eyes. Wise enough to improvise till they legalize. Roll my whole estate to a decent size. Set a solid foundation before I see demise. At least I thought that this was all about. Hold these niggas accountable and call them out. They throw away their rules when they falling out. So me and these wings get the falling out. Fists get the flying, teeth get the falling out. Now they want to turn ball, stall them out. No, y'all better wake them up and haul them out. The back door before my little locs dog them out. On my way to the top, that is not a doubt. When I was locked up, that's the only thing I thought about. My honor I defend until my demise. No lies, I couldn't comprehend a compromise.
I thought about it all the time. Talk with the creator, they don't really want me to win. I'm against all odds, still can I outside. The ambition of winning. Talk with the creator, they don't really want me to win. Let me give you a little slave, roll down the table, they don't really want me to win.
That nigga say, I thought about it long and hard. Had to talk with the creator. They don't really want me to win. That's my nigga J Love. He did that. That shit. Somebody else gonna sing it, cuz ain't really no singer. That he just wrote that hook and then performed it for like, look, I ain't had no hits. Look. Oh my mama. Colorblind. My nigga back 10. Because you realize way back then though.
Yeah.
Hey.
When it's red or blue, my nigga, I'm
Colorblind. Green is all I see.
Yeah, get more money. Yeah, nigga, let's get more money. Yeah.
When it's red or blue, my nigga, I'm colorblind. Green is all I see.
Yeah, get more money. Yeah,
Check me out.
nigga, let's get more money. Yeah.
You could be a Red Rider, you could be a Damu, but if you bought your paper, you could be in my crew. You can see what I do, I'm all about the dough. Keep the money on my mind when I'm falling out the dough. Grimy on the grind, they be calling it greed, I'm getting green. A young nigga ballin' indeed, I been banging. Now see I'm getting cash feel. They only 10 the keys, so I'm getting cash feel. I hit the NY, they be paying the dub. I charge them 18.5 and they saying it's love. Who knows? One day the loaf might be the slug shot through you, and the hitman might be a blood. I'ma hustle more harder. I won't reach the finish until everything locked down from Long Beach to Venice. I'ma touch green on every corner in between. When it comes to this money, I'm more than just a fiend.
You know when it's red or blue, my nigga, I'm colorblind. Green is all I see.
Yeah, get more money. Yeah, nigga, let's get more money. Yeah.
When it's red or blue, my nigga, I'm colorblind. Green is all I see.
Yeah, get more money. Yeah, nigga, let's get more money.
I know some young Crip bros and some beautiful girls, and some young Crip niggas living beautiful worlds. And it's all about cash when they fucking with me, cause if it ain't about that, then it's nothing to me. I seen it all, niggas never seen to amaze me. I'm a hustler, but my gangsters would drive bitches crazy. I'm from Inglewood, Harlem, so I push red heavy. Done had red everything, Lambos to Chevys. Even got a red hog and red vet keys. Some brand new red quads and red jet skis. And I don't really care what the next nigga feel. I got some Hub City Crips that I fuck with for real. And we ain't tripping off that same boring shit. We ballin' blood and draw the same foreign shit. Colorblind, we never start beefing. Let the green machines flip to them bitches start beeping.
When it's red or blue, my nigga, I'm colorblind. Green is all I see.
Yeah, get more money. Yeah, nigga, let's get more money. Yeah.
When it's red or blue, my nigga, I'm colorblind. Green is all I see.
Yeah, get more money. Yeah, nigga, let's get more money.
I'm getting paper, but really I'm just crawling out of debt. So don't hate when you see a nigga falling out the vet. I understand you from the land, Loki, all about the set. The future getting close, you ain't thought about it yet. I ain't dumb, I'm a rider that been wised up. With me and Dude from Bounty Hunter split them 10 pies up. I run through LA the way only a dime could on my life. I done had a bomb spot in Swan Hood. I fuck with gangbangers, I don't fuck with thugs. Got love for my homies, but I fuck with mugs. He from Inglewood family, a real OG. And if I feel like slamming you, you kill for me. Joker and low key, they from NHP. I'm from NHC, but it's the ends they see. And it's the dough I get. Ask any hoe I hit. I'm the truth, here the proof in the flow I spit.
When it's red or blue, my nigga, I'm colorblind. Green is all I see.
Yeah, get more money. Yeah, nigga, let's get more money. Yeah.
When it's red or blue, my nigga, I'm colorblind. Green is all I see.
Yeah, get more money. Yeah, nigga, let's get more money. Yeah.
Don't stop right there, though. I used to be your first snatcher. I can't lie, I wanna get rich. I just bought my first scratcher. I fall asleep trying to listen to the church pastor. I just hope I wake up before the first rap. Carrots in the ears, one in the ring. I shine like the sun, I'm a son of the king. I'm just trying to keep it real in these verses. Give thanks for my blessings and deal with these curses. I must admit that I love these hoes, but can't fuck with no bitch with no ugly toes. I was born to be all I can be. Fuck the army, I'm trying to see all I can see. Can't treat my baby mama like she ain't gave birth to my blood, and I learned that I can't save her. I'm a rebel, I'm supposed to rebel. Living in this world is getting closer to hell.
My life is the plus we're trying to put together. Rain or sunshine, no matter the weather. Joy or pain, face insane. Steady follow the path and blame God made. My life is the plus we're trying to put together. Rain or sunshine, no matter the weather. Joy or pain, face insane. Steady follow the path and blame God made.
Now as a youth, I smoke big joints. And never paid attention to a bitch point. With everything, I don't think I'ma know it all. But I can break down things, I don't know it all. Most of y'all wanna see this young man fail. They can't stand the fact of getting fan mail. Stayed in the bushes with a ski mask fading. The devil made me do it, you can ask Satan. I really think I could have turned out worse. Riding in the hearse through my burnt out turf. But God gave me style and grace, chastised me. Gotta keep his child in place. He died on the cross, you know I ain't worth it. How could I be lost? You know I ain't perfect. I just hope on the yards I'm felt. Trying to live life with these cards I'm dealt.
My life is the plus we're trying to put together. Rain or sunshine, no matter together. Rain or sunshine, no matter the weather. Joy or pain, crazy insane. Steady follow the path and plan God made.
I ain't tryna bang no bro, I seen what that do. I love the hood though, y'all seen the tattoos. Violence in the quality when you grow up squabbling. You time behind bars and so much robbing. But I'm cool, I eat chicken and waffles. And every now and then I like to listen to gospel. Jonah ran the fish swallowed the man. So I'm doing what I can, trying to follow the plan. I can't stand in the street behind the pulpit, but I can spit the truth to you, minus the bullshit. There wasn't many options for this black child. Born in Compton, followed by this black cloud. I just moved through the years so numb. I try to cry, but the tears don't come. I want platinum. Never is gold, my gold. It's cold. My mama think I sold my soul.
My life is the bus we're trying to put together. Rain or sunshine, no matter the weather. Joy or pain, crazy insane. Steady follow the path and plan God made. My life is the bus we're trying to put together. Rain or sunshine, no matter the weather. Joy or pain, crazy insane. Steady follow the path and plan God made.
That record right there is called The Plan, right? Story behind it. I'm in Connecticut at the Mike Tyson house, the 50 Cent mansion, that big house, the one, the legendary house. He had a studio there. I was there for the purpose of recording for like a period, like a week or two. Me, Puto, and my brother-in-law, rest in peace, Turtle. Them two went with me while I was there for that sole purpose. The house is basically empty outside of myself, Puto, and the engineer Kai Miller and Turtle, and some, staff and all that. But as far as like other homies and artists, it was just us. 50 was at the time preparing an album. I can't recall the title of the album, but at the time his activity was to be in Connecticut at the house for like a day or two, and he'd go in the studio, do some shit, and then he was flying to Detroit, taking records to Eminem, working with him, working on the album. So during these couple of weeks I was there, 50 was in and out, and he had come while he was doing that for Eminem. I was in his studio recording, and when he came back, I would have records for him to review, to submit. And this particular record that I just played, The Plan, I remember, I can recall, it's like it's an unforgettable moment in my life as an artist and my journey, because it was one of the first records I ever did with him, and the way the record got done, I was there alone. 50 was in Detroit. I was just there with Puto and either Kai Miller and Turtle, or Kai was gone. I don't know who was, because when Kai wasn't there, Puto ended up engineering me. That's how we ended up getting kicked out, because Puto gonna turn the speakers up as much as I wanted, and we blew out some big ass speakers. 50 came one time, Shannon was there. Next thing you know, we had flights booked in an hour. It was hot when he seen the speakers blew out. But I don't know, so maybe it was, I don't know if it was Kai Miller or Puto recording me at this time, but I did this record, The Plan, and I did two verses, the first two verses, and I didn't have no hook. You hear Cuz singing on the hook. I just did the two verses, and I remember when I went in the booth to start recording, it was like late night. I don't know if it was 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. It was like the middle of the night, and I can remember the experience of, after I finished laying the two verses, walking outside to smoke a cigarette and seeing the sun was up. And then I went in the studio while Puto was mixing my shit, or Kai Miller was mixing it. I can't recall which engineer was mixing it, but I'm sitting in like one of the lounge chairs while they mixing it, and I doze off. And the cycle I was on at that time, a doze off was a knocked out, because the nigga wasn't getting much sleep. He gets much sleep as he can get naturally, and as soon as he realizes wake up, we back recording. We got 1,000 beats, we working. So when I passed out, But I can recall the moment I woke up, because mind you, 50 is in Detroit. I did two verses on that instrumental. I'm loving my two verses. I ain't got no hook. I doze off, go to sleep. And when I woke up again, I'm waking up, this thing, he was mixing, Puto or Kai was mixing the record when I dozed off. So I hear the same record playing, but it's low, and somebody in the booth, and 50 is doing that hook on the record, cuz. But you just think about how he tried to get y'all a perspective. So just think about it. Like, so I had did this on my own. The empty space, didn't know what it was gonna be. Them is just my bars. Once I heard his hook, then I wrote the third verse. So I did them 2 verses on the beat. I was knocked out sleep. He get off a plane, come in, hear what I had did. He get in the booth and do that, and then I do the third verse. But somehow. I used to be a verse snatcher. I can't lie. I want to get rich. I just bought my first scratcher. I fall asleep trying to listen to the church pastor. I just hope I wake up before the first rap. Carrots in the ears and one in the ring. I shine like the sun. I'm the son of the king. I'm just trying to keep it real in these verses. Give thanks for my blessings and deal with these curses. I must admit that I love these hoes, but can't fuck with no bitch with no ugly toes. I was born to be all I can be. Fuck the army. I'm trying to see all I can see. Can't treat my baby mama like she ain't gave birth to my blood, and I learned that I can't save her. I'm a rebel. I'm supposed to rebel. Living in this world is getting closer to hell.
My life is the puzzle I'm trying to put together. Rain or sunshine, no matter the weather. Joy or pain, crazy insane. Steady follow the path and playing God made. My life is the puzzle I'm trying to put together. Rain or sunshine, no matter the weather. Joy or pain, crazy insane. Steady follow the path and playing God made.
Now as a youth, I smoke big joints and never paid attention to a bitch point. And everything, I don't think I'ma know it all. But I can break down things, I don't know it all. Most of y'all wanna see this young man fail. They can't stand the fact of getting fan mail. Stayed in the bushes with a ski mask waiting. The devil made me do it, you can ask Satan. I really think I could've turned out worse. Riding in the hearse through my burnt out turf. But God gave me style and grace, chastised me. Gotta keep his child in place. He died on the cross, you know I ain't worth it. How could I be lost? You know I ain't perfect. I just hope on the yards I'm felt. Trying to live life with these cards I'm dealt.
My life is the puzzle I'm trying to put together. Rain or sunshine, no matter the weather. Joy or pain, crazy insane. Steady follow the path and playing God made. My life is the puzzle I'm trying to put together. Rain or sunshine, no matter the weather. Joy or pain, crazy insane. Steady follow the path and playing God made.
I ain't trying to bang no more. I see what that do. I love the hood though. Y'all seen the tattoo. Violence ain't a problem when you grow up squabbling. Time behind bars and so much robbing. But I'm cool. I eat chicken and waffles. And every now and then I like to listen to gospel. Jonah ran a fish swallowed the man. So I'm doing what I can, trying to follow the plan. I can't stand in the suit behind the pulpit, but I can spit the truth to you minus the bullshit. There wasn't many options for this black child. Born in Compton, followed by this black cloud. I just moved through the years so numb. I try to cry, but the tears don't come. I want platinum. Never is gold, my gold is cold. My mama think I sold my soul.
My life is the puzzle I'm trying to put together. Rain or sunshine, no matter the weather. Joy or pain, crazy insane. Steady follow the path and playing God made. My life is the puzzle I'm trying to put together. Rain or sunshine, no matter the weather. Joy or pain, crazy insane. Steady follow the path and playing God made.
On my mama, that same trip, him going back and forth. This is like 06, cuz me making them records that I made at that time. This when he told me my record was ready to be put out. So I just ran across them because I'm in that old computer you digitalize. And this another one, cuz this don't got nothing to do with him. But I can remember cuz I used to have a studio called the Blue Room. So y'all know if y'all been with me, y'all went with me from the Blue Room to the BLACBOX. But the BLACBOX is different from the Blue Room slightly. But in the Blue Room, it was in North Hollywood, right? And the way it was set up, it was a whole bunch of units where it was different studio units in there. And it was a dude who was down the hall from me. To this day, I don't know if his name was Preach, like a preacher, or Priest, like a priest. But it was either or. And I knew he used to do like gospel and whoopie wop wop wop, and kind of music that I didn't really feed up with, right? But every now and then, you know, we had 24 access to our units, hours a day, and then every now and then, anybody, when you know they felt like it was early morning and wasn't nobody else around, they might have their shit bumping real loud with their door open. So every now and then, you would get an idea what type of music that your neighbors was fucking with. Other than that, usually everybody's shit closed, and you can just basically hear the vibration. Only way you can kind of differentiate if you hear that. But I knew because he was black, see each other in the hallway, we had a good rapport. And I would go down there, he would play me shit, and he'd come in my studio every now and then. I remember one day coming out in the hallway and hearing him playing this beat, and I had to go down there and fuck with it. And when I went down there, he was like, "You like that, like that?" I'm like, "Yeah, I need that beat." And when I went in my studio in the Blue Room, I did my verses. Then when I gave it to him, he did a verse. And so I'm giving you all this little introduction because just know at this time in my life, I've always been spiritual since the day I was born, since I can remember. But I was heavily indoctrinated with the Christian, you know, type Bible, Protestant, Seventh-day Adventist, Holy, Jesus. Like, I have a whole nother spiritual expression and experience at this point in my life. But I just want to give you the idea of some of the things you hear me saying is not currently exactly how I feel. However, I enjoy gospel music to this day. And a lot of times, the focus of each song that I really, really appreciate is not in a total sense on point with all my beliefs, but the spirit of the song can really do a lot for me at times. But this is a record that I just want to play. We used to play it early on the Wake and Bakes. In My Heart is what it's titled. Bam. Just a week to make the moon and the stars, the sun and the earth and Jupiter and Mars. I love it and patient, the Father must be, cause I'm a G. You see, he's still working on me. Our Father, which art the Most High. Your son that had a few drinks and I'm so high. You watch the sparrows, I know you keep a close eye on your children, you always been close by. Beside the lust, I got so much pride. I'm filthy inside, you let so much slide. You hold me down in the coldest situations. And this song is just to show appreciation. Don't deserve to be alive the way I drive. I grind 9 to 5 and don't pay my time. And I don't go to church on the Sabbath, but I promise I'ma try to work on them habits.
Lord, I wanna be a Christian in my heart, but it's hard. Tell me where do I start? I really wanna change my way. All I can do is my part. Lord, I wanna be a Christian in my heart, but it's hard. Tell me where do I start? I really wanna change my way. All I can do is my part.
I hear your spirit speaking to me saying stop your stressing. Don't you know when you complain you only block your blessings? But every day I try to do a good deed, feed my family despite what the hood need. I'm an Israelite, moms had the faith of Hannah. Walk the wilderness, I done ate some manna, led by the fire at night, though it's dark. Been locked away with all animals like Noah's Ark. I feel no fear when I battle on the field, for real. My father owned all the cattle on the hill. I need a change, but I doubt it's gonna come if you don't make it happen for your prodigal son, Lord. I confess, it's only one Lord. But look at all the dirty deeds that I done, Lord. Truly wanna give you my heart, but where to start? Show me how to do my part.
Lord, I wanna be a Christian in my heart, but it's hard. Tell me where do I start? I really wanna change my way. All I can do is my part. Lord, I wanna be a Christian in my heart, but it's hard. Tell me where do I start? I really wanna change my way. All I can do is my part.
I remember walking the block with no hope, walking with a pocket of dope in the cup though. I'm knowing I couldn't survive without you. Even though I'm by myself, I'm not alone. Walking out the liquor liquor store, trying to make a nickel grow. I ain't even trying to hide my sins because I did it, yo. I was the worst one because I'm know about the scriptures. I fit the description, I'm all up in the picture. They ain't trying to help you, I'm the one that's trying to get you. When I go to church, I'll tell the truth, I think I messed up. Fat cat, my daddy's reaching for me. Lord, I know you want to speak to me. I'ma open up my mind, I'ma take a chance. Cause when it comes to you, it's love at first glance. I'm knowing everything gon' be alright. Please forgive me tonight.
Lord, I wanna be a Christian in my heart, but it's hard. Tell me where do I start? I really wanna change my ways. All I can do is deny. Lord, I wanna be a Christian in my heart, but it's hard. Tell me where do I start? I really wanna change my ways. All I can do is deny.
Hey, on my mama, I just remembered before he ended up on that song, I remember Curtis and Genesis, they had to be like, shit, 5-3 or something like that, maybe 6-4. They was in the Blue Room, and they was on that hook at first singing, Lord, wanna be a Christian in my heart. They was singing that shit. And then when I sent it to him, he was the producer. He did a more professional job. I remember the first time my babies heard that shit without them on it, it broke their heart. I used to have a copy of both versions. I don't know what happened to their version on my mama. That shit, I can remember like playing it on accident, not knowing that they was finna fuck their head up. We in the car. Every time they heard this shit, they had been on it. Lord, I wanna be a Christian in my heart. Tell me where do I start? I really want to change my way. They was in the choir and all that at the time, so they was on there. And then when Cuz did his thing, I remember just having it like playing. We going to wherever we moving and we moving around. It came on, ain't nothing on my mind. I remember it came on playing the whole song, and then when it came on, I get to looking at they what the fuck? Oh man, that broke their heart. Oh my mama, what else I got right here? I'm gonna get up out of here soon, y'all. I know the sound ain't right. I appreciate y'all for bearing with me. I even tried to bring the thing closer, thinking that'd help. I thought I had a new system that was gonna work. I'm already on this, not expecting to be. I really like this look way better. I want to make this a habit. However, I'm sprung on OBS. It's supposed to be a way where you can run the OBS through your outside camera through a smooth stream with StreamYard, but I have not been able to figure that out. It always gives me big problems. Let me see, but I still want to play. What else was on here that I was surprised to see I ain't heard in a long time. I ain't gonna let y'all hear all my unreleased because some of it is like really who remember this though? This new but old to a lot of people.
This is a Kurt Beats production.
SPI, Big Bro,
If a man possesses a repentant spirit, his sins will disappear. But if he has an unrepentant spirit, his sins will continue and condemn him for their sake.
Jesus loves me, for the Bible tells me so. I'll be forgiven for my sins. I know when things get ugly and decisions get made, I drop down on my knees and pray. Jesus loves me, for the Bible tells me so. I'll be forgiven for my sins. I know when things get ugly and decisions get made, I drop down on my knees and pray. Jesus loves me.
I accept the blood of Jesus, I just ain't religious. But being a non-believer just ain't the business. Tell the preacher quit lying, just state the scriptures. I had the visions, so I gotta paint the pictures. Last thing you ever hear me do is blaspheme. I asked him to forgive me for my blasting. In the end, I pray the king wipe my past clean and lead me to life everlasting. But I'm so close to death though, and I bang East Coast for death though. I'm getting sick of making excuses. Sometimes I feel I never make it, it's useless. I'm a killer, I ain't never been a quitter though. Read the parable, you can take it literal. And
And I know that I do know better, but I'm evil. Can't do no better.
Jesus loves me, for the Bible tells me so. I'll be forgiven for my sins. I know when things get ugly and decisions get made, I drop down on my knees and pray. Jesus loves me, for the Bible tells me so. I'll be forgiven for my sins. I know when things get ugly and decisions get made, I drop down on my knees and pray. Jesus loves me, more than I wake up alive. It's a blessing, long as I got breath in my lungs. I'm gonna speak my message. On my weakest days, I get down on my knees and pray. And if I die before I wake, I ask the Lord my soul to take.
The angels, the dungeon, the demons. I'm in the streets, I run with the heat through the valley of death. I show no fear, God watching, but I still keep the phone on me. Used to be a hothead, I was anxious to fight, but now I'm hot-lead. It ain't just a fight. My heart is heavy, I guess it's guilty. My soul is sick, my flesh is filthy. I don't call as often as I ought to call, and no, I don't always go to the altar call. Don't ask how many times I've been baptized. I tell the truth in my lines, I don't rap
Jesus
lies.
loves me, for the Bible tells me so. I'll be forgiven for my sins. I know when things get ugly and decisions get made, I drop down on my knees and pray. Jesus loves me, for the Bible tells me so. I'll be forgiven for my sins. I know when things get ugly and decisions get made, I drop down on my knees and pray. Jesus loves me.
Oh my, this is the type of shit I was making back then, y'all. It's another one. VJ KIWE. I don't give up. When nobody thinks of me on my mama, I don't. I can't. I won't. I ain't.
Yeah. It's coming. That's on me. It's coming.
Drink yak with my blood cousin. He call it Hennessy. Imagine him and me going to get an enemy. Robbed in my house shoes till I caught turf toe. That was back then before I got my first flow. Raise my hand high, swear to tell the whole truth. Count dough day and night like a toll booth. I get coins when I put points in tunes. Keep the last two Miss Junes in the joining rooms. Blaspheme against this is the end of your mission. Not to mention me is like the sin of the old mission. Cash is established, my habits is lavish. Classic is cash is clay, play with the plastic. Known to hold the heater, same way I hold the mic leader. Rare breed like them niggas on the motorbike. Gives a fuck what you think about me, frankly. Think about it, hate it later.
And nigga, I don't give a fuck. I'm riding with the pump. Try nigga luck and I hit you up. I give a fuck when nobody thinks of me. When nobody thinks of me. I keep a shorty with the Mac 40 on my lap. If only wanna act, I blow him off the map. Give a fuck when nobody thinks of me. When nobody thinks of me.
Niggas go big on the internet, I let them keep talking. When I see them on the set, they better keep walking. Come off the offer often, don't say shut. Let the beat sing the surf and holla KIWE first. The OGs toss the weeds, say the Weezer. They was evil, but we way Weezer. I'm too cool to be confused with these new school fools. And my soul too cold for the old. No push better, no flow better than mine. Let a young 9-7 push this veteran line. Rain in every region, from northeast to southwest. And the rest, the S just run its mouth best. They say it's lonely at the top, that's where I wanna be. I see so many of these cowards only wanna be. Hey, go in your bay, go, let go my ego. Wanna let that K go, cause I stop
And nigga, I don't give a fuck. I'm riding with the pump. Try nigga luck and I hit you up. I give a fuck when nobody thinks of me. When nobody thinks of me. I keep a shorty with the Mac 40 on my lap. If only wanna act, I blow him off the map. Give a fuck when nobody thinks of me. When nobody thinks of me. Mercy for the weak, where I'm from, we don't preach forgiveness. Nosy people talk to mine, they be our business. Loose lips and ships, snitches get stitches. Your word is your bond, and you never trust bitches. And I don't care what you say about me. The truth is, things wouldn't be the same without me. I'm ruthless and kid when nobody thinks of me. When nobody thinks of me. Yeah, that nigga.
Yeah.
Fuck what they think.
I don't give a.
Say what I say.
Say what I say.
Talk like I talk.
Talk like I talk.
My G's taught me that.
My G's taught me that.
They taught me how the way to
Big
work.
SBI.
We say the Weezer.
We say the Weezer. You feel me?
Hey, Steve. Weezers. Chitty bang bang, SPI my gang name. Slang came to maintain, my homies do the same thing. Gang injunctions, banging functions. Everybody claims something. Neighborhood, block, street, mob deep through the swap meet. Kicking cack, see it cool, they picking back. Being booed, hitting licks, getting stacks. It's a fact, we some fools. Cognac, cracking creases, Cadillacs, packing pieces, popping pills, smoking swishes. Hit the motel with both them bitches. Hood ball at the hole in the wall. I get rolling for y'all, no. It's real, we shoot. Fuck the law, we still recruit. Say that it never rains in Southern California, but it rains bullets when them bankers run the fuck up on ya. Niggas flagging blue and red. How we do it on these corners? It's the code of the streets. Niggas death before this honor. And they say that it never rains in Southern California, but it rains when the bankers run the fuck up on ya. Niggas flagging blue and red. How we do it on these corners? It's the code of the streets. Niggas death before this honor. Pastor J, Pastor K, Baby A just passed away. Had to repass the day. Ain't trying to hear what the pastor say. Tears get a tasket, kiss him in his casket, whisper in his ear, cause I'ma get them bastards. It's raining and pouring, banging and warring. Southern Californians hang till the morning. Right on the block where we knock a lie. And got a squad, wanna lock a knot. Slow to talk, quick to shoot. Stick to the script when you get the boo. Live for the land, love the loot. Cop the cutlass and cut the cool. Don't for nothing, always into something. The pump jump out when I hit the button. Say that it never rains in Southern California, but it rains bullets when them bankers run the fuck up on ya. Niggas flagging blue and red. How we do it on these corners? It's the code of the streets. Niggas death before this honor. And they say that it never rains in Southern California, but it rains when the bankers run the fuck up on ya. Niggas flagging blue and red. How we do it on these corners? It's the code of the streets. Niggas death before this honor. It's raining, it's pouring, we banging and warring. Southern Californians hang till the morning. I don't give a fuck cause I'm a boss. Any boss with the sign of us. May the Father bless the East and all the riders rest in peace.
Oh my mama, Shaniqua, I'm visualizing it, which I've been visualizing for over a decade for that record, like a backyard boogie, but on a ranch. And it's like cowboyed out, but it's still us doing what we do, but on the ranch. I was thinking about it the whole time the song was playing. That's crazy. You just said you could picture me with a blunt in your mouth on a horse. I was just picturing horses, lights, dirt, and like big buckles, but the same. You feel? I saw my mama, cuz. It's the last one I'm gonna play. Shout out to C-Heck, Free the Low, and my homie K9, neighborhood. He from Watergate, son of Allen. This we active. Just tell me this, y'all. It's 3 verses, right? Just how the record came. K9, the boss, the homie. I was aware of Cuz's name by just seeing him being active as an independent artist on the internet years ago. For some years, just knew of his name. And then one day he reached out to me for a feature at a time where I really needed to play. On the set, cause I let Cuz lowball me, I ain't gonna lie, but he lowball me, whoop. Like I told you, I just got myself back at that time. I remember at the time I was self-recording. I had my little setup, inbox, simple shit. I remember it when by the time he sent me like the little down payment, whatever, I know I had my verse back to him in less than an hour, cuz, on my mama. That's how bad I want the second half and how bad I needed it when I had him biting. Even though he lowballed me, I ain't gonna act like, he lowballed me. I blessed the homie, but I sent my verse in, right? Bam, business done. Bam, boo, bam, boo, bam. When he sent me this record, cuz, it's him rapping 2 verses, and then it's an empty spot for a 3rd verse. I do the rush right. Ooh, probably 15, 20 minutes of writing, 15, 20 minutes of recording, and it took me 45 minutes to an hour total to give him the verse back. Bam! Boop! My cash. Boom! Bam! Then some months down, he tap in like, cuz, we do a video. I'm like, all right, cool. Boop, boop, boop. The beat was hard as fuck. You was rapping your ass off, whatever, no problem. But he was like, but I got another nigga on the song. I'm gonna see the new version. And it was him rapping first, another nigga rapping second, and me rapping last. The homie C-Heck from Dago, neighborhood 40s, Cuz was rapping second, going hard as a bitch. But I never met Cuz at this point. I met him acting this, that's the homie, right? But at this point, I had never met Cuz. And after I knew, when he sent me the 2 verses with him, with the empty spot for me to rap on, and then when he sent the back with C-Heck rapping, I'm like, Cuz, I'm telling the niggas in my circle, like, Cuz had to hear my verse before he wrote that verse, Cuz. I said, oh, my mama, Cuz heard my verse. Cuz I could just tell on some MC shit, Cuz is coming at my verse. He trying to get at me, right? I could just tell. And he did his shit. So that, all the way to the point where it took a few months after I heard his verse before I met him. And I met him the day we got together to shoot the video for this record. It's called We Active. K9 the Boss featuring C-Heck and Spotted Low. And when we got together to do the video, I met C-Heck in Trag Newport. Shout out to the Trag News, all my new niggas, on my mama, not my new niggas, because they my old niggas, but they my new niggas, on my mama. But anyway, 1597 for Dev Dough. C-Heck, when I met Cuz, he was getting out, I was in the park, Cuz was getting out the car, it was a gang that was coming my way. But when we meet and we tap, I'm like, woo. My first shit to Cuz was like, Cuz, neighborhood crip, I know you heard my verse before you did your verse. He was like, neighborhood, I did. I could tell. So I want y'all to let me know if Cuz got me, or did I could tell he was coming for me. He rapped second, I rapped last. Shout out to K9 the Boss for putting it together on my mama. We active. Go run this motherfucker up. Video hard as a bitch. There we go.
Yeah, I'm from the west side, where the niggas press line. Every day we chest out, and we let the bullets fly. Homie gang banging, tech nines and drive by. Where the big homies pull up, and you best ride is California, nigga. Better watch the gang signs. What? Niggas handing out face shots like it's FaceTime. Bandanas around my waistline, it's how I grew up. Bloods and Crips on the ass, it's a little pup. Santa Ana, Watergate, Shelly Street, and Band Deal. Deal money block the Gay Street, yeah, they bang well. Niggas grew up going at it in the same jail. Never ran from a fight, I take phase well. I remember 501's Cortez and Chuck Taylor. The wardrobe changed, a lot of niggas getting paper. Man, LA to the IE, SD to OC. A lot of gang-related ass niggas know me. We active. Yeah, I put that on the set, nigga. Why she put that on the set, nigga? We active. It's California till death, nigga. Better show respect, nigga, cause we active. Yeah, I put that on the set, nigga. Why she put that on the set, nigga? Cause we active. It's California till death, nigga. You better show respect, nigga, cause we active.
In the condos, that's the 40 Rolandos, 47th Street, ramp sitting on the rondo. Board meetings, you can get it if you need it. 40th Street, niggas food, we gon' eat it. Exhales on my arms and my whole body. Niggas in the building, I bang on the whole lobby. Homies doing life, and it's homies catching more bodies. Fuck your sick homie, nigga, cuz ain't nobody. Cats and glove hats, I love that. Time bomb squabble, nigga, head got to run back. In the trenches, nigga, know I'm where the guns at. Big blue rags and Benzes, nigga, and all that. My nigga F-type, Betty Market and Block Boy. You can get packed out, 40 niggas is hot boys. I'm a spotty ass homie in a Rolex. Billy on my hip, and these niggas really know
Cause
this.
we active. Yeah, I put that on the set, nigga. Why she put that on the set, nigga? We active. It's California till death, nigga. Better show respect, nigga, cause we active. Yeah, I put that on the set, nigga. Why she put that on the set, nigga? Cause we active. It's California till death, nigga. You better show respect, nigga.
Body can't rise, we improve, we'll burn something down. Turned up, burnt out, don't turn nothing down. The turn you out and turn you in. Off top, gang enhancement gon' earn you 10 cents. Been out the pen 3-4 months. Ain't went to go piss for my PO once. Love activity. Enemies have to hate, ain't gotta be after 8 for action to activate. See me with a slap before you see me slip. We activate actors, EC crib. Actually, they ask to get activists. They off alcohol, Adderall, and activists. Activists, Lil JR in his heydays. Acting out, act up with ARs and AKs. Hang with the hustlers, bang with the babies. East side 9-7, most gang niggas.
Yeah, I put that on the set, nigga. Why she put that on the set, nigga? We active. It's California till death, nigga. Better show respect, nigga, cause we active. Yeah, I put that on the set, nigga. Why she put that on the set, nigga? Cause we active. It's California till death, nigga. You better show respect, nigga, cause we active.
Hey, I'm finna get up out of here, y'all. Y'all crying about the sound. I tried to put it down. I hope back then ain't as bad as it is now, but smile. Try not to frown. I'm not a coward or a cloward. I am never a clown. We be out here doing this for years, though. What's that? Keeping it Google with these queerdos. On my mama, all that facts over feelings. When they call, I don't call back. Either afro or ball cat. If it ain't twisted, I've been enlisted. I'm a rider. Everybody know about that nigga Baby Spider. On my mama and them. I don't really with the drama again, but I'm with it if it's necessary. Y'all niggas extra scary. No, I was just playing. Hey, look, y'all, I appreciate y'all for tapping in. Even though I know we was raggedy, schmaggedy. I knew it'd been a minute. A lot of shit been going on as far as adjustments on the home front. Been calling plenty audibles. So, what I am gonna do before I just zap out, you're not gonna see me for a moment, and I'm gonna do my VJ KIWE with a couple of records. And then I'm up out of here until we get back down again, man. If you Google game, oh, now VC Round 120, you loud and clear now. It's correct, you know, my mama, I love you for loving me on my mama, but just like, do me a favor, do me a favor, and let me know, what the fuck I was asking y'all to let me know, I forget. This OGO, what y'all know about this? Shout out Corrupt, Young Gotti, J.O. Felony, Village Bull, 40 Glock on this motherfucker too. This from the Graveyard Shield. This one everything was crippin' though.
Choking off kush on the couch with my chucks up, chillin'. Staring at the ceiling with a fucked up feeling like, goddamn, what's up? Willing to hit the streets again and leave something stuck up, stealing. Me and mine shine. Choking off kush on the couch with my chucks up, chilling. Staring at the ceiling with a fucked up feeling like, goddamn, what's up? Willing to hit the streets again at least. Choking off kush on the couch with my chucks up, chilling. Staring at the ceiling with a fucked up feeling like, goddamn, what's up? Willing to hit the streets again at least. I'm stuck up, stealing. Me and mine shine hard, we all stars. They just feel more comfortable than all stars. LA to Vegas like TD to pimp. Shaking all the traps like the PD attempt. To look at SP the same. I know it seemed the whole game gay, but don't go the Wayne way. The pain paralyzed me in the perfect position to paint prophetically. Every verse is a vision. Seen more death than it take for the eye to ache. Play sleep, walk around the snake, wide awake. It seemed to me real niggas die today. I'm a great nigga, stay too holiday. Got no friends, I'm getting too holiday. Got no friends, I'm getting my ducats. Jump out my beans and getting my bucket. Count my E's, that's 10 my bucket. Count my E's, that's 10 my bucket. Count my E's, that's 10 I took it. I'm all about getting my fuck. I ain't got no friends, I'm getting my ducats. Jump out my beans and hitting my ducats. Jump out my beans and hitting my ducats. Jump out my beans and hitting my bucket. My ends, my 10, I took it. I'm all about getting my fuck it. It's getting crowded in the clip, I can't dumb down. Bars grow up and they can't come down. Still frustrated, flow came up now. My trio Joseph go rounds. And when the heat goes down, turn a nigga smile to frowns. What up now? Same as before, straight nothing. You and your homeboys weenies bluffing. And when you see me coming, it's in 3D, feet be running. Because the heat be coming, and now you know we ain't funny. We keep it 100, 99 blowed and one more blunted. When we said the boat don't want it, I'm a silverback gorilla and a nigga going hunting. Man, I'm trying to tell you something. I ain't got no friends, I'm getting my ducats. Jump out my beans and getting my bucket. Count my E's, that's 10 I took it. I'm all about getting my fuck. I ain't got no friends, I'm getting my ducats. Jump out my beans and hitting my bucket. Count my E's, that's 10 I took it. I'm all about getting from the wild west where we war like cowboys and Indians. Signed to a major, still grind Indians. I'm tryna ball money back up. My dough tall, cause all money stack up. Quotas to dollars to hundreds to thousands. Buying anything I ever wanted. 100 rounds for whoever wanted. They talk about robbing, they know they never done it. Touch pound in the town, get at whoever run it. Like I got them pounds of brown for 1100. And they get green, but y'all ain't never seen it. At least 7.5 for the whole 16. Inside the one in the head, the 9 whole 16. Try to take mine, you can hold the whole 16. I go to war with my whole 16. Fuck it, by any means I'm getting my ducats. Choking off kush on the couch.
Hey, my mama, that motherfucker mislabeled. That's getting my ducats instead of funny shit that I thought it was in my iTunes. But that motherfucker hard. I'm up out of here, y'all. My mama.